The beginning of the year is often the time when we all take a look around our spaces and start to research design update tips. Well, I can't thank you enough for starting your search here. Welcome back and Happy New Year, everyone. Today, I've got 5 very valuable but simple to implement home design tips for you. And of course, I'm going to save the best for last. Now listen, I can't wait to see how you use these tips in your space. So if you try any of them, please snap a pic and share it in the comments below. Now before we get started, if you want to be a part of the tribe, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Alright, tip number 1, wall art. It's extremely important to make sure your wall art is the right scale for your room and the furniture. Because if the art is too small for the wall, it will appear to be floating and it will seem to also disappear. On the other hand, if it's too large, it can take over a space and become museum-like, and everything else will tend to disappear. Now be sure when you're hanging wall art that the midpoint of the piece is at about 57 inches or 4 feet 7 inches from the floor, which is known as eye level. When properly hung, this is the most visually pleasing placement. Tip number 2, neutrals or color. I'll link my video on choosing a color palette for your home right here. But as a general rule of thumb, rooms that can be closed off with a door, like bathrooms, bedrooms, craft rooms, etc., is where fun, experimental design should occur. Common areas, however, like living rooms, open concept or combination rooms, they should be more cohesive, neutral, and maybe even monochromatic. When tastefully executed with accessories and even fresh flowers, pops of color are always acceptable. Tip number 3, just book it. Books can actually be used on a bookcase in a decorative capacity. Of course you can read them, but who doesn't appreciate dual purpose? In fact, to stay within budget, try purchasing Dollar Tree books, removing their sleeves, and voila, popular design on a budget. Tip number 4, light it up. Using various light sources in any one room can serve to visually increase the size of that room. Despite our best efforts, one builder's grade ceiling boob light will never do the trick. Consider a contemporary chandelier, along with aesthetically pleasing lamps and even canned lighting that can help to create different moods for different occasions. Tip number 5, high and wide. No, I'm not talking about anything nefarious here. I'm talking drapes. Hanging your drapes high near the ceiling and wider than the window helps to create height and drama. Also, consider doubling your drapes with a beautiful sheer. And now, just because you've come to expect it, I've included a bonus tip for you that is actually one of my favorites. Minimizing. Yes, minimalism is making a comeback. Now, according to my mother, I've always been a minimalist, but now it's becoming chic. So while this tip is not an endorsement of changing who you are, it is rather an encouragement to constantly and consistently focus on decluttering your home. I'll link my other video here on why and how to declutter your home. Now that you're aware, please share. For more like this coming down the pike, all we ask is that you please like. Above all, be kind, and we'll see you in the next video.